Hey there, welcome to the Hardly Late Show, a new show that's less about me and more about us. But more on that later. First things first, who am I and why should you care? Well, my name is Chandler, and honestly, I'm just some random guy on the internet. But this random guy on the internet had a dream. I'm not gonna lie to you and say that, oh, it's always been my dream to start a podcast. But this is actually a variation on a goal slash dream that I've had for a very long time, but I kept putting off due to fear of failure, also perfectionism, and the belief that if it wasn't perfect the first time, or if I wasn't an instant natural at it, that it wasn't worth doing. And that curbed and hindered this goal the most for so many years. And I'm really glad that I'm doing it now because I kind of feel like I'm ready for it finally. I think as I've grown and throughout the years, I learned that actually as a show is titled, that things aren't really ever late; they're on time. So that's sort of what the title of the show is kind of infused with, where it's you know what, it doesn't matter how long it takes you to do what you want or achieve a dream or achieve a goal. It's right on time. You're not late. I think in my personal life, the people who know me as a very good listener, and I love listening. It's a great service I love to provide. However, it doesn't really leave a lot of time to talk about my own personal stuff, and I think this is a great way to do it. I think I've lived a life. I've had a lot of experiences. I'm currently 32 as of recording this, so pretty much a geriatric by medieval standards. So, I've been around the block, and I hope to, share my experiences here. But more than that, I also really am super, super interested in your experiences too. I know that probably going to talk about myself a lot, but that's because I know the most about myself. I am the subject matter expert of Chandler. And I also encourage you to feel that same way about your own life and your own experiences, because you know what? I'm not a academic, I'm not a guru, I'm not any sort of life coach, but I am an expert on my own human experience. And so are you. And you should have confidence in that and feel empowered by that. And what you have to say is worth saying. So that's kind of why I started this show. However long I do it for. But even if this is the only episode, I definitely wanted to send a message of hope that no matter what stage of your life you're in, no matter how difficult your circumstances are, or if you just don't feel you're in alignment with what you want, just know that it doesn't matter how long it takes for you to achieve that goal. It's right on time. You are hardly late. That's why I named the show that. And you should feel empowered and not beat yourself up so much. Because, hindsight is 2020, like they always say. And you can't beat yourself up about stuff that you did not have. Let's see if I can articulate this. You don't know what you don't know at the time, and you make the best decisions with the knowledge that you have at the time. So you looking back and being oh, I should have did this, I should have did that. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. It's that's a wash. Why is that relevant? But if you're ready now and you're starting something now and you're planting the seeds now, it's the perfect time to start. It's always the perfect time to start. It's whenever you're actually ready. And you'll know it because you're actually doing it and not thinking about it. So why did I start this show? As of the recording of this show, April 2022, we're sort of tiptoeing out of the shadow of the COVID-19 pandemic. And during that whole pandemic and during quarantine, it was really difficult for me. I'm sure for a lot of you as well. There was a lot of sacrifices, a lot of losses, and we've been through a lot. And I think one of the big things for me was with the kind of the instability that the pandemic brought, it's I don't know about you, but I kind of looked inward and I kind of started, getting back in touch with myself and my goals from when I was younger and things I never got to do. And that really kind of motivated me to start this podcast because, I didn't want to live my life working all the time. The big thing that kind of spurred me starting this show was that for many years, I've worked multiple jobs just to kind of make ends meet and support my family. And it just got to a point during the pandemic where it was like, I can't keep working all these jobs. Like, I'm gonna like snap. And I just sucked it up, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just quit one of my jobs. It's like, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. And before that, one of my uncles called me and was like, damn, Chandler, every time I call you, you're at work. And that just like was like a shot through the heart. And I was like, oh God, that's the sign that I needed. I'm quitting. And it's been a couple of months, and it's a weird feeling. Like, I don't know if I miss being busy, but like, I don't know. It's hard. It's been really hard to kind of adjust to like not having something to do after my day job. Now I have to kind of like just kind of find something else to do, or kind of relax. Actually, wow, novel idea, relax. What's that? I never haven't had that in years. Um, but yeah, I'm really appreciating. I've learned to appreciate these quiet moments where it's just like I'm just sitting in my apartment looking at a wall. I couldn't do that for like so many years because it's just like done with one job, on to the next, chat with your friends, call your parents. And it's like I just always had something to do. And it just like it was kind of burning me out. And I'm glad I kind of saved myself. This podcast, I don't consider it work. This is purely for like pleasure and relaxation and getting, just having an outlet, a creative outlet. So this is like therapeutic for me in some ways. I'm not using you for free therapy, wink, wink. But yeah, I really want to hear from you as well. How has the pandemic affected you, and how has your life adjusted or changed? And what are your goals that you feel like you've been putting off or have been sort of, delayed, maybe because of the pandemic, or maybe because if you're like me with perfectionism or just kind of putting things off and procrastinating? What sort of like are you looking to do? And what steps have you taken? Have you already made it to the other side? Have you achieved that dream already? I want to hear that too. That's definitely worth sharing. And how did you get there? But yeah, this is a pretty quick first episode. Still trying to get my socials and stuff sorted out, but you can find me on most podcasting platforms. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, compliments, you can email me at hardlylateshow@gmail.com. And I definitely want to hear from you. Please don't be shy or a stranger. Goodbye for now.